these two counties, and they're small counties, but they're a part of the state that probably most of us don't get to. And I urge anyone, if you have a desire to go see some just gorgeous, gorgeous areas, drive up there. It'll take a full day to get up there, but it's well worth it. In between Siskiyou County and Modoc, or between Wairika and Alturas, there's a bunch of natural sites, a lot of wildlife. They have the lava tubes, which is where Captain Jack held out in the lava tube wars at the turn of the last century. They have an internment camp from World War II, and I understand it's the only reconstituted, rebuilt internment camp, so you can see what the conditions were like. Just an incredible journey. Of course, on my trip over, I kind of dinked around and took my time and got in and finally checked into a motel in Alturas and got out on the street and was looking for dinner after 9 o'clock. Well, Alturas closes at 9. Subway wasn't even open. I ate dinner at the dollar store. So this is probably the cheapest dinner that the Judicial Council ever had to reimburse in the history of liaison reports. I was under $5. At least I was full and looking for breakfast the next morning. On August 19th this year, I visited Modoc County and met with the two judges and CEO. We toured the facilities and had a very pleasant lunch meeting. Modoc County is in the northeastern corner of the state. Its northern border shares a border with Oregon. Another side note, the road that goes between Siskiyou and Modoc is right on the border. If you were to go off the road on the northern side, you would be in the state of Oregon. It is literally right on the border. Its eastern border shares a border with Nevada. Lassen County is to the south, Shasta County is to the southwest, and Siskiyou County is to the west. The county has a total of 4,203 square miles. As of January 1st, 2015, the county's estimated population was 9,399. In 2005, the median price of the houses in Alturas actually reached $100,000 for the first time. The county seat is the city of Alturas. Modoc County was founded in 1874 after the conclusion of the Modoc War, or the Lava Beds War, of 1872-73, and the resolution of competing claims by Utah and Nevada. History in this area is incredible and really fascinating. The city of Alturas was formed in 1901 and is the only incorporated city in the county. The unemployment rate is approximately 7.2%. There are less than 5 attorneys in private practice. In 2013, the Board of Supervisors voted 4-0 in favor of seceding from California and forming the state of Jefferson. Modoc Superior Court has one location in Alturas and shares a space in the Siskiyou County Sheriff's Substation in Doris, California, with Siskiyou County for monthly traffic and small claims calendars. There are no permanent staff in the Doris facility. The court has 2 judges and no vacancies. It has not exceeded its allocation of assigned judges. The presiding judge is the Honorable Francis W. Barclay. The assistant presiding judge is the Honorable David A. Mason, and the court executive officer is Ms. Rhonda Geisen. 2015-16 revenues are estimated at about $1.3 million, expenditures at $1.36 million. The WAFM net reallocation adjustment for this year is a negative $15,665 and a funding floor adjustment of $309. On a percentage basis, the WAFM formula is devastating to this small court. The court staff has been reduced from 14 to 9, a 36% reduction. All courtroom clerks are cross-trained to clerk all calendars. Of major concern is the amount of clerk time to prepare the various reports required by the Judicial Council. While the necessity of the reports is understood, it may come down to a question of which is more important, preparing the reports or court operations. While the court has been able to maintain its programs and services with the reduction to the WAFM floor, Layoffs and furloughs may again be necessary. Furloughs were last lifted in 2015. At the court facility in Alturas, the main court functions are in a single-story building to the rear of the historical copper-domed courthouse. They do have an MOU with the county to use the old courtroom in the historical courthouse. However, the historical courthouse has no chambers, and the judge needs to walk between the two buildings with robes flowing, accompanied by staff, which was a shock when I first drove up because Judge Mason was running between the two buildings, robes flowing out behind him, and ducked into a door. I walked into the historical courthouse and thought, oh man, this is great. Stained glass, it's all been redone, only to find out that there was no court facilities there except one courtroom, and was led out to the back to this building, which is nice, it's adequate, it gets the job done, but it sure doesn't have a copper dome on the top of it. There's only one court reporter in the county, thus only mandated reporting is available. There are no registered or certified interpreters in Modoc County. They do want VRI and would like to be on any pilot program as they cannot otherwise meet the requirements. The staff salaries are based upon statewide abstracts and they exceed the BLS of WAFM. Reimbursement from the Judicial Council is included in the 1% fund balance, even though there has been 3-month delays in the receipt of the reimbursements. At one point in 2015, the court checking account was down to $5,000, less than the payroll needs. The only outsourcing is janitorial. They are very appreciative of the facilities maintenance after the Judicial Council took over the responsibility. Pride Industries is a good choice, and they are very responsive to the court's needs, providing used security cameras and plumbing facilities thrown away from other projects, but which upgrade the current courthouse. In spite of budgetary issues, the judges and staff seem to be very positive. They were all very friendly and accommodating. They are quite willing to cooperate with the Judicial Council to meet their goals within the budget constraints. They have participated in the former CMS pilot project and are part of the new program hosted by the Placer Court. They want to be part of any VRI pilot. They are all dedicated professionals, and the citizens of Modoc County should be proud of them. These last things are just signs in the lobby of the courthouse, and it's just kind of interesting. I have never heard that a judge is supposed to give a receipt for money received, but there's the sign. And lastly, we are mentioned up there, right in the lobby. Thank you, and this concludes my report. It will be deposited along with the other materials that I received with staff.